Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the summer school. How great is it to be back in this wonderful mode of learning everything in a week? Absolutely superb. Some amazing music coming up this week with, of course, Eric Whitacre's 5 glorious pieces. And then in 2 weeks' time, we have a week of opera, including some Gilbert and Sullivan, and, of course, that incredible new arrangement of Nessun Dorma, which is going to be so special. And then the 3rd week of summer school, well, that's the Lark Ascending, which is going to be sung chorally by us and with the most incredible violin part put in over the top by Charles Mutter. We're going to have a brilliant summer. And of course, after that is the Mass of Life. So much beautiful music to look forward to. Now, if you'll excuse me just a moment, folks, I just need to run through the various sound checks and make sure that when I press these buttons here that are all lit up, well, that you hear this lovely music, because that's kind of important, isn't it? So let's just have a little bit of this Whitacre. Now, I know I've got people who've never sung these pieces before and are understandably extraordinarily excited. Well, I don't blame you. Let's have a little bit of Lux Aurumque. Talk about a piece that grabs you from the first 2 chords. Here's Glow. Fabulous. Elizabeth says, I've sung 3 of these in small choir. So good to have the chance again with everyone here. I know what you mean. There is something. Mark and I were speaking last week to Patrick Hawes, and you'll be able to see that conversation soon. We had one of our conversations with a great chat with Patrick. And what he said about Choir of the Earth is that, you know, more so than any other choir, you get, and this is his word, the epic sound. And that's what we're going to bring to Eric's wonderful pieces here. Let's have a bit of the Seal Lullaby. This has been my earworm. So lovely. Fabulous. Here is Sleep, and this is the one that's going to make everyone cry. It really is. It's so beautiful. Use of chords, just so incredible. And then Goodnight Moon. This is a real sleeper, this one. It's based on a beautiful children's book, as many of you will know. And I of the 5, this is the one I knew the least. And over the course of the last few weeks, as I've been working through and learning these pieces myself, this has been the one that's just worked its way in. It's beautiful. If you're like me, if you are an inveterate sufferer of earworms, just be aware this week, well, it should carry a health warning, frankly. This wonderful choir of ours, Choir of the Earth, accepts no responsibility for any sleepless nights caused by the music of Eric Whitacre rattling around in your head at 3 o'clock in the morning. Don't say I didn't warn you, but actually, we all love it, don't we? Well, look, that sounds like it's working, and as a special treat, because wonderful Mark Cease put together those 3 beautiful videos last week, and I hope you all had a chance to see them. I thought today, whilst we're listening to the full versions, that I'd conduct along with the videos. So let's have a bit of the Seal Lullaby here. Check you can hear it. Oh, look, Choir of the Earth. I know them. Good. And now Goodnight Moon. I love this dissolve, this fade. Isn't that gorgeous? He's very clever, is Mark Cease. And then Lux. Earworms at suspension addiction. Oh my goodness, Nikki. You're going to need to check yourself into a clinic after this. I'm afraid if you are a recovering suspension addict, as I think I am as well, no, it's going to be a tough week. Well, there we are. It's all sounding good. I will need the piano for our rehearsal immediately following this launch. And if I need the acoustic, it's there. Marvellous. Well, let me welcome you all, everyone. This first session, this launch, of course, is public and open to all. And do please share this with your choral singing friends. because we'd love to have, even at this point, even though we're off here and we're getting started this morning, we would love to have more people come and join us, because the more people that sing with us, the bigger and more epic the sound is. So tell your friends all about this, particularly those of you that maybe didn't know Eric Whitacre's music before. By the end of this session, I'm very much convinced that you will be a huge fan, as are we all. So good morning to everyone who's watching us later on. I hope you're all having a good day. A very special good morning to everyone who's watching us but not in the live chat. And I know that Helene and Bill are watching. It is currently 2 a.m, nearly 2 a.m. And so to you, those people in the USA who are staying up late tonight to watch this launch, lots of love to you all. Now, do remember, we are going to take all of these streams and we're going to put them up again to run 6 hours later. And that's going to run all week. And that we'll put them up as YouTube premieres so there can be live chat along with these sessions. So for those of you that are in America think, I just can't get up, I know Helene does an amazing job and so does Bill, but I've got to work, I've got all sorts going on. Well, we will be running live sessions of a sort. They'll be 6 hours after they're originally broadcast. Think of it as Choir of the Earth plus 6. That's the way to remember it. Now, let me welcome everyone who's here in the chat. Oh, I'm just so glad that we've got so many people here today. And I really hope you enjoy this course. My goodness, what a treat. Right, now then, let me just get my list here. So good morning, Alison. Good morning, Andrew. Good morning, Anne. Good morning, Annalisa. Annalisa, am I right in thinking? Happy birthday to you. Many happy returns, Annalisa. Hello to Barbara. Hello, Beverly. Hello, Carol. Hello, Carol. Hello, Carolyn. Hello to Bridget, who's just arrived. Hello, Carolyn. Hello, Catherine. Hello to Christine. Hello, Christine. Hello, Christine. Hello to Eileen. Hello, Liz. Hello, Adele. Good morning. Hello to Carol. Hello to Caroline. Two more have arrived. Wonderful. Hello to Liz. Hello, Elizabeth. Hello, Elizabeth. Hello, Emma. Hello, Evelyn. Hello, Jill. Good morning, Gillian. Hello, Helena. Hello, Epi. Hello, Jane. Hello, Jean. Hello to Jill. Hello, Jill. Hello, Judith. Hello, Louise. Hello to Lucy. Oh, who have I missed? More people arriving. Quickly scan up the list. I hate to miss anyone off. Well, it's lovely to have you all with us. Hello to... Oh, I'm going to have to start clicking because there's so many people here. Hello, Linda. Hello to Marion. Hello, Mary. Hello, Michael. Hello, Mike. Hello, Nikki. Good morning, Nina. Hello, Patricia. Hello to Patricia. Hello to Renee. Hello, Ruth. Hello, Sarah. Hello, Sheila. Hello, Sue Ellen. Hello, Suzanne. Hello, Suzanne. All right, Terry. Hello, Jane. And, oh, I wonder if there's someone hiding away at the bottom there. Not as yet, but I'm sure we'll have lots of people coming along later on. Hello to Marvin. Good morning to you. And hello, Mary, as well. A chorus of Carolines, absolutely. Carolines and Christines. We are wonderfully, wonderfully resourced. Good morning, Muriel. Hello to all of you. Well, everyone, I think we should get started. So do please enjoy today's launch session. We, of course, have two rehearsals following this one. It's 11 o'clock, one at 3 o'clock. Those are on your universal link. More on that in a minute. Just make sure, as I say, you enjoy. So here we go. Let's go full screen, everyone. So a very good morning, Choir of the Earth. Thank you for joining me for the first session in the first week of our Summer School 2022. And I can't tell you how much I've been looking forward to this particular week. I'm a huge fan of the music of Eric Whitacre. He is the reason, in many ways, that the Choir of the Earth and Home Choir and some of these other choirs exist. He is regarded as the father of the so-called virtual choir. And I remember when I first saw Lux Aurumque performed by his YouTube choir in 2010, some time ago now, I was massively inspired. I was a music teacher at the time when I cancelled all my lessons for the day, put away all the lesson plans, and just made these poor children watch Lux Aurumque. And we just talked about the implications of what it meant for music. And I had no idea, of course, that a mere 12 years later, I would be sitting here in front of all of you, and we would be embarking on this amazing course. Eric Whitacre's music is both soothing and scintillating. It sparkles like water, like the light on the water, and you are going to find yourself drawn in in a way that maybe some other composers' music don't draw you in. He is an amazing chap. Mark and I, of course, had a wonderful conversation with Eric Whitacre a few weeks ago, and you can see that chat, and he was just absolutely wonderful. So humble, so generous with his praise for all of us for our work on Messiah, and so interesting in terms of his experience. So do please, as I say, go and watch that. Now, our course is 5 pieces, as I've said, and we don't have a score pack, excuse me, because you need to get your own copies of the score, as many of you already have. Now, the 5 pieces we are singing are Goodnight Moon, we're going to sing Glow, we're going to sing Lux Aurumque, we're going to sing Sleep, and the Seal Lullaby. 5 of his best known and most wonderful works. And what we're going to do in this first launch session in a moment is to play through and premiere, in a couple of cases, the Fieri consort recordings. And of course, Fieri are accompanied by the wonderful Richard Gowers, and they have done, well, every time they produce a track, I say it's their best ever, and it's true. They really have done an incredible job. And Josh from Fieri has been saying to us how much he enjoyed mixing and how much the Fieri consort enjoyed recording these tracks. So everyone just loves this lovely music. So just a quick note on those of you watching in the USA, in Canada, where it is currently the middle of the night. As I was saying in my little preamble there, we are going to take all of these sessions, including this launch and the rehearsal that's going to take place in an hour's time, and we are going to put them back up to go out 6 hours after they originally broadcast, so that you can watch along and you can be part of a community that has live chat going on. Now, obviously, I'm afraid to say I'm good, but I'm not good enough to be able to catch up with your comments in the later sessions. So if you're there asking questions of me in the afternoon, those of you who are watching the 6-hour delayed version, I'm afraid I won't be able to respond. But of course, you can just drop us an email with any questions you have and we will get right back to you. All right, everyone. So I think what we should do is have a little bit of a gentle warm-up. Those of us that want to sing this morning, and otherwise I would just say to the rest of you, have your scores handy and just enjoy this gorgeous music. Let it wash over you. It is so, I think the word has to be healing. It really is. It's a beautiful, beautiful thing to sing this. So let's stand up, everyone, please. Wonderful. Plant the feet. You know the drill. Make the knees nice and soft. Give yourself straight back, long neck. Splendid. And just start to take some deep breaths in and out. Wonderful. I see you've been joined by more people. Lovely to see you. Good morning, Morna. Hello to Anne. Hello to everyone. Hello, Wendy. Perfect June morning here. Same here in Bristol, actually. It's a lovely day to be singing together. So we're just taking some deep breaths. And those of you who aren't standing this morning, for whatever reason, that is, as always, absolutely fine. But please bring yourself up to your full height in your chair and take those nice deep breaths in and out. Good morning to Sue. Good morning to Soraya. Good morning, Jennifer. Good morning, Deborah. Lovely to see you all. And we're just taking these nice deep breaths in together. And this is something that Eric Whitacre himself told us about, doesn't it? That first, what he called intentioned breath, where rather than just breathing for our everyday lives, we actually come together, and as a choir, the choir is formed at that first breath where we all breathe with intention. So let's all breathe together. Here we go. And blow the air away. Wonderful. Just roll your shoulders around a bit for me, everyone. That's great. Not too quickly, not vigorously, just to stretch the muscles out. Splendid. And then roll the shoulders back the other way. That's wonderful. And then bring them up to your ears. Deep breath. And as you breathe out, let your shoulders relax and fall. Here we go. Excellent. And then just roll your head around. Good morning to Joe, who's just joined us. Jill says crunch. Absolutely. Fabulous. Carol says, hearing those words, Ben, makes me want to stop working and join the warm-up. Well, if you can maybe combine just a little bit there, Carol. Just a little bit of shoulder rolling, a little bit of stretching. definitely crunchy. I heard that through the headphones. So yes, if your shoulders are crunchy like mine, this is particularly useful. All right, everyone. And we'll just sing some very, very gentle sounds, I think, this morning. Those of us in the soprano section have a rehearsal at 11 o'clock, and we will be looking at some very low notes as well as some very high notes. Eric Whitacre does push the envelope a little bit for all of us, so just bear that in mind. Let's start down here on a C, and let's hum together. Here we go. And... lovely. And again. And again. Now, ooh. And again. Now, after me, please. Lovely. 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 Fabulous. Fabulous. And one more. Fantastic. Catherine's asking, possible to have me a bit louder? Oh well, you asked for it. There we are. A little bit louder. Now then, everyone, what we should do is to get on with the launch and to play you some of these pieces. One of the hardest decisions I had was to decide which piece we would start with. And I still haven't decided which piece we'll start with in the concert. But the first piece we're going to sing through this morning and to enjoy is Lux Aurumque. This is the first piece by Eric Whitacre that I ever heard. And for many of us, this was our introduction to this wonderful man's wonderful music. It was written in 1999 in California, Los Angeles. And it's based originally on a poem by Edward Esch. And now Eric Whitacre works very closely with Charles Anthony Silvestri, this wonderful poet. And huge thanks to Helen for sending me a copy of this wonderful book. And Whitacre gave this poem with the words which are light, warm and heavy as pure gold, and the angels sing softly to the newborn babe. That's what the words mean in English. And then Charles Anthony Silvestri translated that into Latin. And there you have this gorgeous piece. Now, we're going to have a special performance of this morning with the visuals which Mark Cease put together, which are all about golden light, for obvious reasons. Golden light, warm and heavy as pure gold. We have the incredible Fieri Consort singing for us. And this is, for many of us, as I said, was the introduction to Eric Whitacre's music, particularly as this was the subject of his first YouTube choir back in 2010. If you've not seen it, it's well worth looking at. But let me give you some notes. Basses, tenors, altos, alto 1, sopranos. Here we go, everyone. Lux Aurumque. Isn't that just sublime, everyone? Just sublime. That was my first introduction to the music of Eric Whitacre. I remember being absolutely transfixed, not just by the visuals of seeing all of those faces, all recording into their own devices, but also by, obviously, by this incredible music, but also by this idea of this chap, because he was shown on screen, Eric Whitacre conducting into the camera, a view which, of course, we're all very used to now, and as choristers, we're used to looking at the conductor, but to have that feeling, that connection with Eric Whitacre, looking straight down the lens of the camera, smiling at us, conducting, everyone could see his eyes. That was an inspiration, and well, let's just say I was watching and learning. Well, that is Lux Aurumque. Sopranos, you'll be learning that one this morning. In fact, everyone will be learning Lux Aurumque in the morning sessions, the first sessions of the day, throughout this week. And what a way to start. Okay, so that's the first piece we're going to start with today. Let's have a quick sip of drink, because I don't know about you. Honestly, it's such a thrill to be doing this, folks. I'm as giddy as a schoolboy. Now then, let's have a look at the next one. Let's have a look at Glow, everyone. Glow. Now, this is another very special piece. It was written for the Walt Disney World World of Color Winter Dreams. And I know several friends of mine who, well, frankly, they're not friends of mine anymore since they found out I was conducting this. This is the favourite piece of several friends of mine, in particular Becky, who I know will be watching later on. So Becky, just don't hate me too much. I know this is your favourite piece in the world for many people. This was their earworm all weekend. It is absolutely gorgeous. And just visualise the sun rising gently, very, very gently, that early morning glow just before the winter's morn. And you'll get everything, I think, that Eric is laying out for us. It's got that feel of ice and snow, but mixed in with a warmth that is absolutely phenomenal. So let's have a look at this. This one is another morning piece. We shall be looking at this in the mornings. And after this, we're going to have a look at the Seal Lullaby, which is, well, just sublime. So here we go. Here is Glow, everyone. And with, of course, the Fieri Consort and Richard Gowers. And this one doesn't yet have a video, though, of course, when you sing it, it'll definitely have a video. And Mark Cease, who is here today in the comments, I'm sure is working away at getting a list of what we could do for this one. Here is Glow, everyone.
Softly falls the winter snow, whispers to the sleeping
Isn't that just, well, as Christine says, beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. I was conducting away there and just thinking, well, that's one for the Christmas list this year, isn't it, everyone? What a beautiful piece. And so much fun. One of the, I don't want to say easier ones, because all of these pieces are very singable. Even the ones that will, on first glance and first listen, seem quite difficult indeed. But of course, one of the things that Eric does, as all good composers do, is he writes lines that are very singable and make sense when you look at them individually. But when they're combined, you've already heard throughout this broadcast so far, so many moments where parts just seem to just bump up against each other in a way that is both unexpected and delightful. And it's these suspensions and these clashes that really give Eric Whitacre's music the, as I said, the scintillating feel, the sound of light sparkling. Absolutely amazing. So that is Glow. That's another piece we should be looking at in the mornings this week, everyone. And the third piece that is on the list for our morning sessions is the Seal Lullaby. So could we all have a look at that score? Thank you, everyone. And this one, I mean, we're inadvertently, I think we're stumbling upon the order in which I think these pieces should be performed when we put them on later on for our concert. This piece is, I think, the most filmic, and we know why. If we've seen that lovely conversation that Mark and I had with Eric, he said he wrote this one for his friend Stephen Schwartz, and it was supposed to be part of a DreamWorks movie which never actually got made. In the end, they made a film called Kung Fu Panda instead, which, to be fair, made a huge amount of money. But, you know, wouldn't it have been lovely to see a film about this baby seal with music by Eric Whitacre? Well, in the end, this is pretty much all that remains from it. But you can really imagine, as you listen to this, you can imagine this as a movie soundtrack. And how about this, folks? Choir of the Earth is branching into film soundtracks. You heard it here first. Right, quick sip of drink. Marion says, hankies at the ready. You are not wrong, Marion. You really aren't. Now, E flat minor. Here we go, everyone. Here is the Seal Lullaby. And we're going to have Mark's lovely movie for this one. He did such a good job. Here we go. Oh, there you are, everyone. Choir of the Earth hankies very much at the ready, and I think you can see why that is for many people their absolute favourite piece by Eric Whitacre. I love the word painting in that, just so clever, so beautiful. The waves, you can hear the waves in those beautiful shifting chords, and just so loving and yet so mournful. That lovely line which Eric was talking about himself: the storm shall not wake thee, nor shark overtake thee. Absolutely gorgeous. And that our weary wee flipperling curl at thy ease. Well, that's Rudyard Kipling for you, isn't it? Absolutely gorgeous. So there we are, everyone. That's the third of 5 pieces that we'll be singing this week, and these will be the morning sessions. So sopranos at 11 o'clock, we will be learning those 3 pieces. So lots to get through. Now, speaking of which, we need to push on because we have 2 more pieces to enjoy before I bid you adieu and we start the actual learning. So let's have a look at sleep, everyone. Sleep is the next one, and your scores, I'm sure, will have the forward. But basically, this piece was originally commissioned by a lady called Miss Julia Armstrong, who was a lawyer in Austin, and it was commissioned to, well, she wanted to commission the piece in memory of her parents, who had died within weeks of each other after 50 years of marriage. And Whitacre set Robert Frost's Stopping by Woods on a Snowy Evening poem, and it was performed and published, but he didn't get the rights to actually use the poem, and Robert Frost's estate basically shut it down, said he wasn't allowed to perform it, sell scores, record it at all until 2038. So he's still got 16 years to go. So what he did is he went to Charles Anthony Silvestri, whose poems I showed you a moment ago, and asked him to write new words to the music that already existed, which is an incredibly difficult task. And in doing so, they created an absolute masterpiece. This is still one of, well, it's certainly one of my absolute favourite choral pieces, full stop. It's so beautiful. It's so haunting. It's very, very moving indeed. So let's have a sing through of Sleep, and then we have just one more before we start the learning, everyone. So let me give your notes. The evening hangs beneath the moon. Here we go, the wonderful Fieri consort as before. Enjoy. How about that, folks? Some of the most extraordinary music written for choir, full stop, let alone the most extraordinary music this choir of the earth has ever sung. Really. Page 10, I can't tell you how unbelievably excited, thrilled, delighted I am that we're doing this piece because of page 10. That incredible moment, that epic sound that Patrick Hawes was talking to us about. If you take the heart and soul of Quanta Qualia, if you can sing that page 10, in any way as well as you did Quanta Qualia, then we are going to have something truly, truly spectacular and immensely moving and immensely powerful on our hands. So that's why Sleep and the next one, Goodnight Moon, are afternoon sessions, because we're going to need that extra time to work on all of these additional parts. As you can see, it's 8-part texture and it's not easy music. Having said that, it is all very, very singable and it all makes sense in itself, but we are going to need to put some work into that one. And I'm just so pleased that you folks are all enjoying it. It's divine, astounding, OMG. That I think could just be stamped on the front of all these scores. Well, look, everyone, we've got one more piece to enjoy. And this one, well, if you think that the order of these scores actually follows a little bit of a story from the opening, Lux Aurumque, the golden light and the glow of the morning, and then finishing with Sleep, we have a lullaby here. Goodnight Moon. In the great green room, there was a telephone and a red balloon and a picture of the cow jumping over the moon. This is a beautiful, beautiful story. Many of you I know will know this from your childhood. If you don't, get yourself a copy of the book because it's absolutely beautiful. And as a piece, as I said, this is the one I knew the least when we signed up to do this course. And I have just completely fallen in love with it. It's charming, it's beautiful, it is everything a bedtime story should be. So we're going to finish our launch session with this one this morning. Again, Mark Cease has made a gorgeous video. I think it's my favourite of the three, actually, Mark. They're all fabulous. But for me, it's the moment where the Choir of the Earth logo fades up and then the moon fades in behind it and we're off. And that just, That sets such a lovely tone for us. So I do hope you've been enjoying the music so far, everyone. If you haven't signed up for the course, remember there is still time to do so. And you do, I'm sure, want to be part of this spectacular course. So let me give you your notes, everyone. I'm slightly thrown by the fact that it's a simple key signature. So there we are, sops and altos together. Let's have those lovely, lovely visuals from Mark, and let's sing Goodnight Moon. Here we go.
In the great green room, there was a telephone and a red balloon and a picture of the cow jumping over the moon. And there were three little boys sitting on chairs, and two little kittens, and a pair of mittens, and a little toy mouse, and a and a comb and a brush and a bowl full of mush and a quiet old lady who's whispering, "Good night, good night, good night, good night, cow jumping over the moonlight. Good night, night, and the red balloon. Good night, night, kittens, good night, mittens, good night, cooks, and good night, folks, good night, little house. Good night, good night, good night, Good night, stars. Good night, good night, noises
think you can all see and hear why that one has gone from one I didn't know very well to probably my favourite of all of them. And there, everyone, are the 5 pieces that we are going to be seeing this week in this very, very special week of Eric Whitacre's music. Thank you so much for joining us for this first launch session. Now, I'm going to bid you adieu and just go and quickly have a drink, grab a fresh cup of coffee, and then I shall be back in a few minutes to start the soprano teaching. And looking forward to seeing you all this week. Now, a quick note on those sessions that will be delivered later on. Of course, if you've been at the session in the morning and you want to come along and have a little revision session, sing it again, you are more than welcome. Please consider coming along and making use of all of these wonderful, wonderful sessions. Bearing in mind that the links will go onto your universal link. They will appear as if by magic. So make sure you've got that. Just refresh it. And it will take a couple of hours to download and re-upload and to set it up. So don't expect it to appear immediately, but it will appear on your universal link, and then those links will stay throughout the week. I'm so looking forward to this one, everyone. You can tell by how much I'm just grinning inanely that I think this is going to be one of the most spectacular and special courses that we have run to date. So great to see you all. I'm so glad that people are enjoying it. Helena, thank you so much. Some lovely, lovely comments. And I hope you all have a good day. Judy, I'm sorry to hear that life's a bit tough for you, but sending lots of love to you and your dog. And enjoy coffee. I shall, Jill, and I shall see you all in a few moments. All the very best, folks. Enjoy the week. Take care.